All right. Are we good? We're good? We're finally good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to EXA League Racing and welcome to the X1 season finale for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the final ever race of X1 in season number 6. And not only that, but it will be the final time that we will be seeing these X1 drivers racing on F1 23. As in next month, we will be already moving to the new game F1 24. Now, yes, the new game F1 24, this time is coming out a lot earlier than normal. Usually, the F1 games come around, like, let's say, sort of mid to late June / early July. That's usually when the F1 games normally come out. However, this time F1 24 is coming out a lot earlier than usual. It's coming out already next week, so the end of May. So yeah, it's quite a lot earlier, but at the same time, earlier means better, right? Well, we'll see how things will go next season, but we got still one more race to focus on, and we are here, as I said, for the X1 finale here in Abu Dhabi. Season 6 finale, the final season on F1 23 for these X1 drivers to tackle. The top of the food chain drivers in EXA. And before we do get on with the race, a couple of important things to go through. Now, first of all, in terms of the standings, let's quickly go through the standings. And now, in terms of the driver standings, after America, which was the previous round, Circuit of the Americas, right? No, it is, yeah, previous round was, in fact, COTA. Normally, we would have a 12, we planned to have a 12 race season for today, but the organizers have decided to take away one of the races, and so today we are going to have our season finale today here on F1 23. We were going to have May 29th be the Brazilian Grand Prix for the actual XL finale, but because of, most people already starting to play F1 24, or at least those who pre-order Champions Edition, the organizers have decided to take away the Brazilian Grand Prix, and we're going to have the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix tonight as the X1 season finale. So today we're already going to have our final race on, at least for X1, our final race on F1 23. And let's actually go through a couple of things. Now, I believe this is the final race for X1 and F1 23, but I believe it's also the final race ever on EXA for F1 23. Anybody in the chat, any mods, stewards, whatever, anybody watching, can anybody confirm me? I know today is the final race for X1 and F1 23, but can anybody confirm me if this is also the final overall race for EXA on F1 23? Can anybody confirm me that? Because I don't have time to confirm it myself, because I've got other things to focus on, such as the driver standings. Okay, there's still plenty of races left. Okay, but today is the season finale for X1, if I'm correct. I believe there was also a Brazilian Grand Prix planned next Wednesday, but I believe that's been cancelled from my understand. So looking at all the attendances on Discord saying that today is the season finale. So maybe the lovely man who is the EXA Twitch admin confirm me that, please, again. I'm pretty sure today is the finale for X1. But let's go through the standings of the championship before we do proceed with the actual race itself. So, in terms of championship situation in X1, the driver standings. Now, after the 10th round of the season last week, it was the United States Grand Prix. Speaking of US Grand Prix, the race results for that race, For round 10, Austin yesterday, it was the McLaren of William Carlson who would take the win. And it would actually be a McLaren 1-2 that race with Ryan Grob taking second place and Jay Van Bossen, the Ferrari, taking third place, with Thomas Lang setting the fastest lap of the race, with Raiz Imitas, the AlphaTauri driver, being voted driver of the day. And now the actual standings. So, for the Drivers' Championship in X1, the Drivers' Championship, after 10 rounds, the champion has already been decided. Our champion for X1 was already decided, and it is the AlphaTauri of Raiz Imtiaz. I need to say that again. Raiz Imtiaz. There you go, I said it correctly. He is our X1 champion for Season 6. Congratulations to the Pakistan driver. He has taken the championship in his AlphaTauri, scoring so far 143.5 points. Yes, 0.5, because we did have a race earlier, which was cut short and received half points. We are already readying up for the final race in Abu Dhabi. Let's quickly go through the rest of the top 10 in the driver's standings, and then we'll go for the constructors as well. So, like I said, Imtaz is your driver's champion at 143.5 points. Ryan Grob is second on 107 points. Then Alexis Covero is in P3, only half a point behind the Swiss driver. So it's going to be very, very close in terms of who's going to come out on top in the battle for the runners-up spots. And then in third place in the Drivers' Championship, it is the... For fourth place is Jane Van Bossen, the Ferrari, on 90 points. Then Chris... Oh god, here's my... Okay, my pronunciation is going to be terrible. Chris Berzinski in the Haas, the Irish driver, currently fifth on 87 points. Then Reese Brooks, P6 on 70 points. Richard Sprogis, and that is how you say it, because he is a Latvian, so am I, so I know how to pronounce it, and no one else will judge me. He in the McLaren is in P7 on 65 points. Then Anton Chebotarov is P8 on 39 points. 31 points for Tim Teremo in P9 in the Aston Martin. And P10 is Gabor Santos in the Williams on 28 points. So that is the top 10 in the driver's standings. So like I said, the Drivers' Championship was already confirmed. The Constructors' Championship is not technically officially confirmed yet. However, it will most likely, it is pretty much, you could say, confirmed, but I'll tell you why right now. So the team standings is as follows. So AlphaTauri are your championship leaders on 213.5 points. Then P2 are Haas on 194 points. P3 are McLaren on 190 points. So technically, the top three still in contention for the championship. However, okay, we can see both AlphaTauris are in here. Both Haases are not in here. And the McLarens have both cars in here. So, technically, there is still a championship on the line. Someone's telling me to check EMs. Ray's name is spelled Race Imtiaz. Okay, thank you for that. Race Imtiaz. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. Now I've got the pronunciations correct. Imtiaz. Thank you. Now continuing with the drivers for constructor standings. Yeah, the top. In terms of today, the constructors championship battle, it is mathematically a three-way battle. However, today looks like it'll be a two-way battle between McLaren and AlphaTauri, because there's only one Haas in this race. Samuel being the only Haas in this race, whilst both McLarens have their drivers, and so do both of their AlphaTauris. So those are the top three. P4 Red Bull on 169 points. P5 are Mercedes on 142.5. 121 points for Ferrari on P6. P7 are Alpine on 69 points. Extra nice. P8 are Williams on 66 points. 52 for Aston Martin in P9. And then Alfa Romeo are 10th and last on 39 points. And so that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship situation as we head into the season finale here in Abu Dhabi. It is a magnificent day for some Formula 1 racing here under the lights in Abu Dhabi. The final race of X1, not only this season, which is our 6th season, by the way, but it is also going to be our final ever race on F1 23. Let's end our journey on this game with an absolute high, and we should end with a high because we have a Constructors' Championship battle on the line between 3 teams. However, today it'll be only between 2 teams because, like I said, one of the teams in the contention only have 1 car, whilst the other 2, AlphaTauri and McLaren, both have 2 cars occupied, their seats occupied. So there we go. Right, on to qualifying. You now see Lucas De Passa on his qualifying lap. Let's see what he can do in the Williams. And obviously, we're here at the gun-shaped Yas Marina circuit here in Abu Dhabi. 2 DRS zones here. Not the main pitch straight because that is too short of a straight. Or in other words, a length that the missus won't be pleased with. Now let's watch Lucas De Passa. Now the DRS zone that he's just exited between turns 5 and 6. And now this one, which will be now going through now. Like I said, 2 DRS zones here at the Abu Dhabi circuit. Wide open. He'll be reaching 320 just about as he enters the long right-hander. What am I saying? Right-hander. Left-hander. We're only a few minutes in, I've already had a skill issue. Nice, nice. Right, Jettas with the benchmark with a 22.6. There is another McLaren there that should be getting out of the way. And okay, just about getting out of the way. Nice Brents now dipping into the 121. So does it pass, and Ripasa sets the benchmark with a 21.5. I believe that is, I think, was that Reese going wide? Yes, it looks like, yes. Reese was on a lap, but he invalidated. That is not great at all. Not great at all. Not great start for him. Meanwhile, his teammate Imtiaz, as the lovely admin of EXA tells me how to pronounce it, has looks to have also invalidated his lap as well. So both AlphaTauris, not a great start to their qualifying, whilst the McLarens, well, one of the McLarens has already said their lap times. Jets is currently P6. Jack Jones still in the pit lane. Samuel is invalidated his lap. Actually, no, both there are 2 has in this lobby. Justinson, the other has. So we will have a proper 3-way battle for the championship. It is going to be absolutely insane. We are about to have a juicy championship battle, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. 2 Mercedes slipstreaming each other. The Williams there as well, getting out the way so that Thomas Lang can go past. Okay, Samuel hasn't set a lap time still because he's still yet to set a lap time that is actually valid. Theodore seems to have backed off of his lap, so yeah, not great stuff for a lot of people. Some people were able to set lap times, others not. Alexi Coveros on an outlap just did as well. A couple of the top guys have hit it already. And yes, we do have various levels of skill level catered to both those who are close to esports level and those who are less so. In fact, we have 5 different tiers in EXA. We have X1, X2, X3, X4, and X5. X1 being the fastest drivers and X5 being the slowest drivers in EXA. And speaking of drivers, let's quickly talk about next season. So, some important information about Season 7. Obviously, Season 7 is going to be a huge season for EXA because obviously it'll be our first season on the brand new game on F1 24. It's going to be a big deal. And for that, there is no doubt that the sign-ups will be hotly contested, as you will need to do sign-ups. Even those who have been here for a very, very long time and are well familiarized with this league will still need to do sign-ups. So to do sign-ups is very, very simple. One of the main things you really need is that you need to do time trial on 2 different laps. You need to do a time trial lap on 2 different circuits. The second infos on which circuits you need the TTs for time trial laps will be announced soon once the season's ended. And those lap times will need to have been set quite fairly recently. So in terms of, lap times for the new game, I'm not quite sure yet if the lap times will have to be set on F1 24 or on F1 23. They say they're going to be on F1 24. Those lap times will have to be set on F1 24 most likely. So there's an info for you there that you do need to do your sign-ups. And I suggest doing those sign-ups as pretty much as soon as the sign-ups are open. Because the earlier you do those sign-ups, the higher chance you have of getting a seat. And obviously, which tier you'll be in, or which X tier you'll be in, will be dependent on your time trial lap times, I should say, because you're going to be posting multiple lap times, and also how that compares to everybody else who has posted a lap time. And it should be hotly contested, this seats, and especially hotly contested will be the X1 seats. Not only is it going to be the most prestigious seats, not only is it the 20 most prestigious seats in EXA, but also another thing to point out is that for next season, there's going to be a prize pool for X1. More info will be revealed about that shortly, but all that can be said is that there will be a prize pool of $200 for the X1 drivers. So the champion of X1 and presumably second and third place will be walking away with some dollar bills, which will make the X1 championship even more hotly contested than what has already been this season. This season's X1 championship was already hotly contested, but let's see what will happen in season 7. But yeah, there is some important information that you need there. Do your sign-ups as soon as they are announced, and what tracks need to do them as soon as you can, because like I said, the earlier you do them, the higher of a chance you have of actually getting a seat for next season. And obviously, you will most likely have to do them on F1 24, as I don't know if it's for you guys, but occasionally I have the Twitch stream open on my MacBook so I can read chat, but I don't know if it's for you guys, but occasionally I get like for a second like a screen freeze. So like the stream sort of like like right there for me right now, there was a small screen freeze and then it's gone back to normal. Is that happening for everyone, or is it just me? It might be just me, because I've opened the stream on my phone and it's all running smoothly. So maybe it's just a skill issue for my MacBook. Right. Just noticed Carlson has just gone. I actually did notice that. It's happening for. Okay, I'm not sure why. I am not sure why that is happening, because I've got pretty good Wi-Fi. Not sure what else will happen. Or maybe it is just a Twitch thing. Maybe it's again a weird Twitch thing. But anyway, Imtiaz goes fastest with a 21-1. There's 4 tenths up on everybody else, so that is a monster lap time that everybody will have to be trying to beat right now. Almost everyone set a lap time. Theodore hasn't set a lap time yet. He'll be setting one. Adam will be setting one. Reese has invalidated his lap time. Samuel is still yet to set a lap time. Race. Right. I was told, okay, Chaz, I was told that it's pronounced Race Mtiaz. Race Mtiaz. Interesting pronunciation there, but yeah, there we go. Race Mtiaz. I know that. I got that pronunciation nailed down with a hammer. Hard nailed down with a strong nail. Let's see. Adam has finally put a lap time on the board with a 23-2. Over 2 seconds off of Imtiaz's time. Theodore goes a bit faster, but not too much faster. It's only P12. Naturally, Samuel and Reese is the only drivers yet to set a lap time. Samuel is on an out lap. Reese has invalidated his lap time about 1 billion times, it seems like, because every time I've looked at Reese, he's always had an invalid lap time. His track map always lit up red. In fact, I think it's good. There we go. I think that's more appropriate. The gaps. A better way of actually calculating the gaps, because if I tried to calculate the gaps myself, then it would have been a bit of a nightmare, because math isn't my strongest subject. Okay, Reese pits. Samuel getting out the way of drivers on a lap. He lets a Red Bull and a Williams past. I think there is a Williams that he's just let past. Oh wait, no. No, that's the Theodore, who has already set a lap time. He backed off earlier, so yeah. But yeah, clever from Samuel. Very clever from Samuel. Saw a car behind him, multiple cars behind him on a lap. Cleverly and predictably and very quickly leaves the racing line and racing surface open so that he doesn't impede the poor Red Bull driver. I believe it was Timmy. I think it was Timmy, but it didn't actually matter too much in the end because Timmy has invalid his lap time. The man currently in P3. Looks like his chances of pole position might be slowly going away. There's about 4.5 minutes left in qualified procedures. And the fight for pole position for the final time on F123 and X1 is going to go down to the wire now. Alexi Cavero goes P6 with his lap time. Currently, let's see, let's have a look at Samuel now. Samuel currently on the lap. Number 13 has... 13 isn't the luckiest number in a lot of parts of the world, but let's see if Samuel can right that wrong as he opens his DRS. The first of 2 DRS zones here at the Asprita circuit. You might be wondering why there isn't a DRS zone down the main pit straight. Well, the simple answer is that the pit straight is too short for a DRS zone to be implemented there. Or in other words, it's too short to please a woman. That is the very short and truth of honest answer for that. However, the other 2 straights are long enough to both be used as a DRS zone and to please a woman. Now, Samuel entering the hotel section. Let's see what he can do. His teammate is currently in P5, just doing the most he can to help has battled McLaren and AlphaTauri for the Constructors' Championship. Let's see what Samuel can do. Can he match or get... Oh my goodness gracious me! Samuel has had an absolute skill issue at the final corner. Probably put under pressure by the fact that his team is in a championship battle. And Samuel has had a skill issue. And some could also say incompetence, because as I was saying that, Samuel, let's see what Samuel can do. Can he match his teammates? And then a second later, bam, spin, and sadly it's not a win. He'll have to go out again. Or will he actually be able to go out again? How many? Oh god, 2.5 minutes of the session. He's not gonna have enough time. The man's not gonna have enough time to go out for one more lap, unless he's gonna go for a faster approach. But even if he did, I don't think he will be able to, because he doesn't have he has low fuel on board because his fuel line is glowing red. But also, look at his front wing. His left-hand side front wing is slightly damaged, and even that small damage is enough to ruin the whole performance of the car. So he's already at a disadvantage. So that's Samuel's qualifying pretty much over, which is a big L for him. Not great at all. So one of the Hasses has been absolutely murdered in qualifying already. Big shame there. But let's see what the other people can do. I believe Tony... Okay, Tony's invalidated his lap time. Jack Jones has just set a lap time, I believe. I believe Jenny Van Bussel will be the first driver to start his final lap and take the checkered flag, as he's going very slowly. So there is sufficient space. And there is sufficient space because the Haas has just pitted. No DRS down the main pit straight, heading towards turn number 1. Very close to the wall, down to 4th gear, keeping it between the white lines. Turns 2, 3 and 4 are going to be easily flat out in these modern F1 cars. And now for the hairpin of turn 5. This will be a popular overtaking opportunity. Breaking out around the 50 board, down to third gear, keeping it steady, keeping it between the white lights, keeping at least one wheel within the boundaries of the circuit. DRS open, wide, up to 8th gear. He'll be going over 320 as he brakes hard for the turn 6, 7 chicane. Through the chicane we go. This will also be a popular overtaking spot because of the long DRS zone. And this next turn, through turns 8 and the kink of 9, turn 10, which is this corner, will also no doubt be a spot where we could see some overtakes. Down to 5th gear, flat out at the exits. Now through the kinks of turns 11, 12, bar braking for turn 13. Through 14, I think 15. I might have lost the corner counts. Maybe one of those turns before turn 10 isn't actually a turn. But anyway, through the final corner we go. Where will the Ferrari go? Keeping it just about between the white lines. And that's going to be P6 for Van Bussel. That's his qualifying over. Next to cross the line will be Lucas Ribasa. Can he take provisional pole position? No, he can't. He misses out by 10.5. That's his pole position chance over. Can Imtiaz improve? No, he does not improve. But will that lap time be enough? Timmy's invalidated. Tony Itala finishes third. Brent is currently on a lap. Theodore next to cross the line. He goes up to P11. Then we have a bunch of cars now coming across the line. That's Jack Jones finishing in 9th. Chet is 13th. Adam 14th. Thomas Lang 5th. And that is Cavero. Yeah, multiple drivers coming across the line. Tim Torimo going 5th fastest. Alexi Cavero only P11. Timmy. And that is it. Everybody's now crossed the line. Yeah, you're not the only one. The stream on my POV is also lagging a bit. I'm not sure why. I'm actually not entirely sure why. Actually, I might restart. Actually, no. I'm going to try and restart the stream. Give me a moment. I'm going to quickly restart the stream, and then we'll see.